G'day viewers, welcome to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, I'm not giving a fuck about internet trolls who are worried they're losing their freedom of speech, particularly in the UK, where I think they're up to about half a dozen people have actually been jailed for words they have used on the internet. Now, personally, I think criminalising bad behaviour on the internet is a very big mistake, unless it's going as far as serious threats of personal injury and exposing people's private details, which puts them at risk. And you don't need new laws for that. Existing laws actually cover extreme threatening behaviour. But really, I don't give a fuck about anyone who ends up on the receiving end of them, because you know what? If you want to avoid being prosecuted by laws like that, you just don't be an arsehole. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Trolls, people who want to bully people online, are basically, cowards. Typical bullies. They're too scared to face any sort of consequence for their action. Oh, and they're also usually stupid. I mean, really, really stupid. Now, I've rarely seen this illustrated quite so clearly as an incident that happened in the UK this week. 20-year-old uni student called Oliver Rawlings was listening to the radio. On the radio was a Professor Mary Beard talking about how she'd been abused online after an appearance on a show called Question Time, and saying, this is not really on. This is bad behaviour. It makes you feel bad. So young Mr. Rawlings, to show what a real man is, gets on Twitter. He goes on to tweet, "Retweet this, you filthy old slut. I bet your vagina is disgusting." And it's like, ooh, who's going to touch me? You going to get me arrested for saying that? BBC Radio 2? Ooh, I'm a bad man. And the host or someone representing the radio station actually tweeted back to him and go, really? Really? Guest on the show is talking about how bad being trolled is, and your response is to troll like that. And he's all, yeah, you can't stop me. Twitter's my voice, man. I ain't backing down. Look at my face, man. Do I look like I'll back down? Looking at his face, Mr. Beardy Tryhard 20-year-old. I think that was meant to suggest he looked like a real hard man, which is something a pathetic loser who'd never actually met a hard man would say. It's a really good example of money doesn't buy class. This guy is from a really privileged background, went to some Ponzi school that you had to pay a fuck ton to attend, and now he's at uni, and this is what he thinks is clever and witty. But he's the man. He's out there saying, you can't stop me. Man, I'm on Twitter. It's my voice. What are you going to do to stop me? Well, apparently what you do to stop a big man like that is threaten to tell his mum. I'm not even making that up. Just after he posted those tweets, and this is the other thing, when I said about them being stupid, trolls being stupid, his Twitter handle is his real name. He's got his real photo there. So he's on there being a complete asshole and acting like, I don't care, you can't do anything to me. What could possibly go wrong? Someone else replied to the professor and said, hey, if you like, I will give you his mum's home address. This guy knew this kid and knew his mum, said, you can send her a copy in the post. And about 5 seconds later, this guy's going, I'm sorry, that's really bad. I hope you can forgive me. That was just bad. I'm really, really sorry. The big, brave Twitter warrior pisses his pants when someone says they're going to tell his mum. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that pathetic in my life. And the guy also, he did a Facebook status as well that he actually used the taken out of context line. Like, how the fuck do you take out of context that he calls a respected professor a filthy old slut and I bet your vagina is disgusting? You are the worst sort of fucking slime on the planet. If you just want to go around being offensive because you think that's funny, I'll just ignore you because I think you're a pathetic loser. But to piss yourself when someone says they're going to tell your mum, and then to weasel and say, out of context, I apologised right away. No, actually, right away, you said you weren't backing down. You're a Twitter warrior. Nothing was going to stop you. Apart from your mum finding out. Oh, and how did that work out for him, by the way? Besides screenshots of his tweets going around the world, because you better believe he deleted them. Doesn't work, buddy. You do shit like that, people save it. Not only has it been going around the world on Twitter, I don't know, maybe he would have got away with it. Maybe his mum's not on Twitter. It just happened to make all the major news services in the UK. It's on the BBC, unsurprisingly. It's on the front page of the Telegraph newspaper. Oh my God, you sad little git. So you thought you would get away with just being a vile, offensive prick to someone who did nothing to deserve it. You thought you were a big man. You crumbled in a heap when someone said they were going to tell your mum, and now the whole world knows what a fuck up you are. And honestly, anyone that pathetic, I just don't give a fuck about you.